reliable energy. Solar power, harnessing the power of the sun to light all corners of the globe. Wind power, channeling a simple breeze to bring electricity to our homes. Hydropower, using the natural flow of water to generate electricity. Nuclear power, engineering advanced reactors that are safer, more reliable, and produce zero carbon emissions. Engineers are leading the way and empowering the next generation. Engineers answer the call. Brought to you by the National Academy of Engineering. Learn more at nae.edu.
All of your favorite 1017 The Truth content whenever you want. The Truth app has it all. The Truth is on 1017 and 1510 WGKB Waukesha, a locally owned Good Karma brand station. This is your 1017 The Truth News Update.
Hello, everyone. This is Rhea Riley with your news update. Kenosha Unified School District is cracking down on school safety training. This comes after 2 incidents, one involving a teen bringing a firearm to school and one swatting incident, all happening within the span of 4 months. Office of School Safety Executive Director Trish Kipling says this.
Kenosha is also a leader in the area of school threat assessment. They've developed a community coalition, referred to as STACK, that is a model practice.
KUSD is looking to add controlled safety entrances to more of its schools, something Superintendent Dr. Jeffrey Weiss says would have been covered if the district's referendum had passed last week. Milwaukee now has one less George Webb restaurant. The company has closed their Oakland Avenue location on the city's east side as of last Wednesday. Senior broker at Ogden Real Estate, Michael Testa, says the building is available and a national restaurant chain is the preferred option for the space.
The restaurant decided to close because their lease was up and they decided that it's time for them to wind down their franchise operations.
Testa also states the goal is to fill the space with a more recognizable restaurant chain.
We are looking for a little bit more of a national chain that's going to have some stability within the space rather than a local group. At the same time, looking for something that's going to fit the neighborhood and going to be a benefit for everybody in the area.
George Webb still operates 21 restaurants across Wisconsin. Bed bugs, no heat, angry residents, and now another issue for Milwaukee's embattled housing authority. Milwaukee Mayor Cavalier Johnson planned to name Ramona Ramos to fill the vacant Hackham board seat, but Ramos withdrew her name from consideration on Wednesday. The Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel reports Mayor Johnson blames advocacy group Common Ground for Ramos's withdrawing her name and contributing to the dysfunction of the board. Earlier this week, the group sent a letter signed by more than 300 residents to Mayor Johnson's office, expressing its frustration with his nomination choice. This has been your news update. Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris is next on the new 1017 The Truth.
Bringing you his authentic perspectives on important topics.
They live in suburbs together. They live in the city together. They hang out together, all in the same family. We're the only idiots that fight because we want our voice to only be on one side. Like, does that even make any sense? And when the side loses, you lose everything. They, on the other hand, have a voice no matter what because somebody that looks like them is always in control.
Frank, candid, and straight to the point.
Well, it's just a skewed system.
Of course it is.
It's a lot of judgment.
But answer my question, though. Should we let people go? Should we let people go? Like, let's just forget about bail altogether. And if your neighbor commits a homicide and kills people up, if you kill people and they next to you and you just let them come back and live right next to you, they can live upstairs from you. Let them come in your house.
Frank, candid, and straight to the point. This is the best radio show in the state of Wisconsin. Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 1017 The Truth and The Truth app.
Now, he's the mayor of the city of Milwaukee. He's a young man. Give him a chance. I only complain about things that I care about. What I want you to do is pretend like I'm in St. Louis. And all I'm asking the mayor and the Common Council president and the Common Council, show me.
Now, live from the American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue in the heart of downtown Milwaukee, here is Dr. Ken Harris.
Home blow. Welcome into Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris, live from the American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue in the heart of downtown Milwaukee. I am Homer Blow, the legendary Homer Blow, in for Dr. Ken, who is on assignment. And of course, I always welcome you to join the conversation and the dialogue by hitting us up on the Truth Talk text line at 833-212-1017. You can stream us live on YouTube and Twitter at 1017 The Truth. Of course, I know this horse has been talked about on The Truth this morning, this afternoon, and allow me to give my take and input on Jamming with Juice earlier. Of course, this morning I heard, of course, Carrie Noni and, of course, Ben Jammin talking about the Fox 6 snafu and the mother who was saying that, you know, my daughter, she gave them certain verbiage to read, and of course, without just checking that out and being like, this doesn't really make sense, they ended up they took it down now. They took it down, so it's not up anymore. So for those who but it's all over social media. It's all over there. It's there forever and ever and ever, ever and ever, ever. It's there. So it is there. But it's not on their website. And again, they got backlash going both ways. Some people understood it. A lot of people said y'all should be ashamed of yourself. And I also got to hear a portion of Sherwin Hughes, The Truth with Sherwin Hughes, talking about and giving his take on it. And you know, I was able to kind of like take some pieces on it because I was trying to deal with that situation even when I saw it on yesterday and read up on it and followed and done a little research on it and this, that, and the other. So, but my thing is to people that try to force people to be who they don't want to be. You cannot force a man to be a father/daddy just because he had sex with you and you now got pregnant and you got a whole child. If that man does not want to be a father, you cannot force him to be a father. You can't. You can't. And if you think that you can, you're fooling yourself. You're hurting your child and all of those things that come along with it. Because, again, you can put him on child support. That does not mean that he's going to be a father or dad in that kid's life. And some women really believe that, well, I just put him on child support. That does not mean that he's going to be a father to his child. That does not mean that. And for people who really believe that that's going to make him become responsible, if he was irresponsible before then, 9 times out of 10, he's going to be irresponsible after then. Now, there are some people that when they found out that they were going to have a baby, and it did change their life. They may have been one way, and then they changed to become something else. They learned. You know, because a lot of times we don't have these manuals that come with being a parent. And this goes for the mothers and the fathers of the children. But to end up doing what ended up taking place, and I've seen it playing out on Facebook. I've seen it playing out on Facebook, and even having the daughter saying, you know, Daddy called me this, that, and the other. Like Carrie Noni was saying this morning on Jamming with Juice, I'm riding with her. I'm riding with her. I think the perspective that Ben Jammin had on it with, you know, well, that at least she got that. Bruh, to let somebody down after the fact so she may not see him ever again. I have heard people that have had to say, yeah, last time I seen my daddy was when I was 8, when I was 10. And here they are now 30-something years old, or maybe even 40-something years old. Do you really believe that was a win? That's not a win, in my opinion, for that child. That's not a win. There's still going to be animosity. There's still going to be anger. There's still going to be like, you shouldn't even call me then. So even for the mother to feel like, well, she got what she wanted for what, until next year? And again, it was obviously only because of pressure of people that probably knew him and said it. And then there's other rumors, which I'm not going to repeat because it's a rumor, But if it was that way, then yeah, I can understand where there may be some doubts. Hold on. How do you know it's me? How do you know it's me? So, but my biggest thing that I want to talk about starting out in this hour is people who want to try to force people to become something that they don't want to be. That is just not a smart thing to do. And it's crazy. But I got to say what's up to Brotha Z. Brotha Z, what's going on with your family? How you doing today?
Hey, living and breathing, man. We here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, again, I definitely want to hear your thoughts and opinions on it. Like I say, I know it's been a hot topic. You feel what I'm saying? That has been dealt with all day here on the Truth 101.7 FM. But, I mean, we have to have these real discussions, and to have somebody in your life for a moment, like, that one moment. And a lot of times when some of those men end up getting put on child support, or they end up having to go to prison because of failure to pay their child support, or they're so far behind, and the majority of that is arrears. And it's like, so is that what you wanted? If you want to see the biological father of your child in jail or prison, then you need to stop lying, talking about you just want you want him in his child's life. How in the hell is he going to be in his child's life if you get him locked up? So what was your real reason? What was your real logic if for you it's better? Because 9 times out of 10, a lot of men don't want to have to face their children behind bars. And now I'm talking about men that it's not even about child support. It's men that are actually being fathers to their children. But if they end up getting locked up, will tell the mother and be like, look, don't bring my son or daughter here. I don't want them to see me here in this place. And that's real. That's real. So again, when you think about the fact that you're, and then like, how much is he going to be able to pay you making $5 a week? I don't know how much they make in prison, but I know it's damn sure enough not enough to cover child support. I'm just saying. So what did you really want? It's some vindictiveness that comes in instead of it being about the child. Again, a lot of times you have some of these mothers that be saying, hey, I just want him to spend time, but the first thing they want to do is do the child support. How in the hell is that spending time? And again, men will quit jobs to avoid it. So are you really, and a child is going to grow up, and a child is going to end up understanding. Unfortunately, it's a lot of us that have grew up in the inner city, and we've had to experience this. So it's nothing new to that degree. Sister Arlena Star Marie on the YouTube page, great afternoon, love you, appreciate you. Dr. Clarissa Lawrence, great afternoon, love you, appreciate you. Venus Jones, great afternoon, love you, appreciate you. I got to get ready to take care of some bills. Again, we're talking about the story that a lot of people are talking about. I ain't gonna say everybody, but a lot of people are talking about the mother who chose to take the look who's 6 moment and put a plea out for call your daughter. Your daughter wants you to call. Yeah, so we're going to talk about it. The number to join in on the dialogue and the conversation is 833-212-1017. You can stream us live on YouTube and Twitter at 1017 The Truth. We'll have more conversation on the other side. This is Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris, held down right now by the legendary Home Blow on 1017 The Truth.
And that is Dr. Ken's Truth on the new 1017 The Truth.
As clutch of a player to ever play basketball.
It's game time on season 4 of Behind the Bucks on Bucks Plus.
This year I was like, I need to impose myself more on this team.
Explore Damian Lillard's journey to becoming a top 75 player in NBA history.
That's what really had me feeling like this is going to be great.
Behind the Bucks is presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker and H&R benefits consultant. Find Bucks Plus on bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, and wherever you get podcasts.
Donald Trump is out of control, stopping payments for health care and food for hungry kids, eliminating the Department of Education, and letting unelected billionaire Elon Musk fire anyone he wants and get access to your most private information. We need a Supreme Court justice who will keep them in check before they go too far. That's Judge Susan Crawford.
I'm Judge Susan Crawford. As a former prosecutor and now as a judge, I believe in protecting you, your family, and your right to privacy, and that women have the right to make their own decisions about their health care. Because to me, that's just common sense.
Donald Trump and Elon Musk are both backing Brad Schimmel. He'll do whatever they want. That's why we need Judge Susan Crawford, the common sense judge who will keep them in check. Judge Susan Crawford for Supreme Court. Paid for by Susan Crawford for Wisconsin. Crawford for WI.com.
Immerse yourself in a place where bold ideas are sought after, where all are encouraged to bring their personal flourish. Here, innovation is a way of life. In this city, the beat flows. Together, we're dancing to the rhythm. Forward. Now, it's your turn to grab hold of that energy. What you'll remember not just the meals, the celebrations, or the uncommon coast. What you'll remember is how we made you feel. Come experience Milwaukee, where fresh meets fearless every day.
I walk on the shoulders of giants who have come before me.
I am ASAP and Maya Angelou.
I am Marva Collins and Frederick Douglass.
From A to Z, I celebrate, emulate, and commemorate their example.
This is part of the Declaration of Excellence Milwaukee College Prep Scholars recite, not just during Black History Month, but each and every morning, because our students don't just honor history, they're determined to shape it. Enroll your scholar at MilwaukeeCollegePrep.com.
People often wonder, what's the credit union difference? Well, let me tell you what's different about Educators Credit Union. We're more than just a financial institution. We're a team of people who are actively invested in the next generation and in the communities where you live and work. We're in classrooms teaching financial literacy, in neighborhoods building homes and relationships, and in local communities lending a helping hand. We believe when communities thrive, we all thrive. Educators Credit Union, achieving more together, insured by NCUA.
This is Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Our first annual Truth Community Awards is this Friday, and we want to thank you for your unwavering love and support. Congratulations to the 10 award recipients we will honor: Dr. Tamika Johnson, Eric Sheikh James, Ebony Saleh, Carvel Brooks, Chris Abley, Walter Stern, Latrice Harris, Melody Madden, Justin McCoy, and Minister Kevin Simmons. The Truth Community Awards is presented by Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Your win is waiting. Visit PaysBig.com. It's sponsored by Community Advocates, where meeting basic needs inspires hope. Music will be provided by our very own Midwest mixer, Dr. B, and brought to you by the award-winning 1017 The Truth, Milwaukee's Black Talk. This is Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on the new 1017 The Truth, live from the American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue in the heart of downtown Milwaukee. I am Homer Blow, the legendary Homer Blow, in for Dr. Ken, who is on assignment. And right now, we are talking about, it's been talked about throughout the day, but I have to give my perspective on this and my thoughts on this particular situation with, is that the way to do it? Is that the way to do it? I mean, if you are calling yourself shaming, this, that, and the other, you probably got a one time, that's all. You feel what I'm saying? And I think that will do more damage than it will do good. I think that will do more damage than it will do good. Again, if you'd like to join in on this conversation, feel free to give us a call on the Truth Talking text line, 833-212-1017. Venus Jones on our YouTube page said, I think the only reason he did it was because he was called out. It wasn't from the heart. And if the mother keeps forcing the issue, it could potentially push him even further away from his child. Hashtag that part, hashtag facts. Yeah, I'm going to show up and show out. You only put me on Front Street. And so, yeah, just like people will come and be like, well, they said this, but let me tell you what happened. What happened was, yeah. So, yeah, I don't think that, in my opinion, she really achieved her goal. You know, you had a moment. You had a moment. So it's like 15 seconds of fame. So is that what you want for your child? I would hope not. I would hope you would want more. Dee Dee Conley, great afternoon. Love you, appreciate you. Alfonso, what's going on with you, Al? Said Plan B, $49.99 condoms, $1 magnums, $2. Bruh. They gonna learn today.
That's it out then. Get yourself.
They gonna learn today. Atlanta Banana, great afternoon. Love you, appreciate you. Again, the lines are open. I definitely want to get your thoughts, comments, and opinions on this. You can't force somebody to just be who they don't want to be. I mean, again, it's like even with drug addiction, so the AODAs, you feel what I'm saying? You can end up sending somebody to a drug treatment facility or alcohol treatment facility, but if they not done, they not done. They gonna go, they gonna do that 30 days, they gonna get their chip, and then guess what? It's after they leave there, it's a welcome home party. And guess what's going to be at the welcome home party? Alcohol, drugs, everything that they went in there and spent 30 days, couldn't call nobody for the first several weeks or whatever the case may be. And now your idea of the welcome home party is a big cookout where you know you're going to invite Uncle Charlie, who is an alcoholic still. He doesn't want to go to a treatment center. He hasn't went to a treatment center. Every generation that came up knew that Uncle Charlie was an alcoholic and a drunk, because that's who Uncle Charlie wanted to be. There are people that say you need to stop that drinking. You need to stop doing this. There are people that do drugs. You need to stop. You messing up your life. You fall into rock bottom as they take another hit. As they take another hit. So I'm just saying, like, for real, when we trying to force somebody to be something that they don't want to be. Yes, did they end up having a baby? Yes, did they lay down with you? Yes. And then I even heard someone talking about on the show, one of the earlier shows, well, you know, you got to be careful with who you lay down with. And I have my thoughts on that too. That is a quick thing that a lot of people say. That is a quick thing, in my opinion, that a lot of people say. And let me tell you why I have a difference of opinion as it relates to that. There are so many people that have been married maybe twice, sometimes 3 times. When they got married that first time, they really did think it was going to be till death do they part. They really thought it was going to be till death do they part. They ended up finding out that, wow, after being in this marriage for a year, 2 years, maybe longer for some, we are not the same damn people that we were when we came in this. I do not feel the same way that I used to feel. And some people grow out of love. And you can't buy them black into it by taking them on a cruise. Let's go on a cruise. I'm going to take you on a cruise. I'm going to rekindle this. If somebody say they don't want to be with you anymore, taking them on a cruise ain't going to change their damn mind. And we got to accept that. If we knew that the mother of the child was going to turn into a beautiful, intelligent, talented, compassionate human, take the acronyms, a beautiful, intelligent, talented, compassionate human, after that, we would have probably not made that choice. If a woman knew that 6 months to a year to 2 years in, that this man was going to be beating the hell out of her, I don't believe that she would have got into that relationship. Now, there are some that, yeah, the red flags are there. But people are acting like when we meet, we just see she's not going to be a good person to have a baby with. Like, hello? Where they do that at? People change all the time, and I'm just amazed at how many people choose to say, well, that's why you got to watch. Some people use a condom, but a condom is not 100% effective. So what if he did use a condom? And it's like, well, you got to be careful. Everybody that's married, every time they lay down and have sex or make love, they ain't trying to make a damn baby. They not trying to make a damn baby. But this is how some people make it seem. Well, you laid down with her. Yeah, but I wasn't trying to have 30 kids. So because I got a high sex drive, now I got to have 30 kids. If you don't miss me with that, I'm just telling you, I'm not going. So when people try to say, well, you got to, now, like I say, it's some things that are big, giant red flags. Hey, right there, stranger danger. And some people don't pay attention. But there are a lot of people that got into relationships, got into sexual, agreed upon having sex because they just wanted to have sex. Do we know that you could get pregnant? You get what I'm saying? You can get pregnant, you can get HIV, you can get an STI, you can get herpes, you can get all that. All that. But that's not what you're calling yourself laying down for. Now, you can ask somebody, hey, let me see your paperwork. Did you go get tested? When is the last time you got tested for HIV? Do you have herpes? Do you have an STI? Have you ever had an STI? And the person can tell you, no, I haven't. And you're like, okay, here's my paperwork. I've tested negative. Okay. Well, let's look at the real reality that HIV can lie dormant for 10 years. Some people can transmit it but not ever catch it themselves. So, yeah, how do you figure that part out? So I'm just saying, like, we got to be realistic. We have to be realistic. I got to, again, the lines are open. The lines are open. Please hit us up talking about this woman that chose to use the Look Who's 6, which should have been a special moment for her daughter. Instead, she wanted to take what she had been doing on social media, Facebook, and take it to Look Who's 6. And now the daughter will have to grow up and look black at Look Who's 6 to a nightmare, because she may not see her father again. I'm sure that he wasn't very happy even when he called. He made her feel like he was happy, but he wasn't. The number to call in and give your thoughts, comments, and opinions, 833-212-1017. It's the Truth Talk text line. You can stream us live on YouTube and Twitter at 1017 The Truth. We will have more conversation on the other side. This is Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris, Homer Blow, the legendary Homer Blow, holding it down on the Truth 1017. We'll be back.
Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris returns after this on 1017 The Truth, the Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
It's 1017 The Truth. It's Dr. Ken Harris for Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. You can accomplish quite a lot in 6 years. You can go from changing diapers to dropping your child off at school, college. You can get a bachelor's and a master's degree, and you can take up to 6 years to pay off your brand new Pella Windows and Doors at 0% interest. With Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, you get so much more than just stunning windows and doors. You get the Pella experience. Talk about quality control. Pella manufactures, sells, installs, and services every product. A 10-year labor warranty is always included, so your windows and your doors are secure for years to come. Their expert installers are available year-round and can install in as little as a day. So if anything ever goes wrong, Pella will handle it ASAP because you work with the same team from start to finish. So why wait? Get the Pella experience and this incredible deal. 0% interest for up to 6 years on brand new Pella windows and doors. Certain restrictions apply. Offer ends February 28th of 2025. Set your free in-home consultation today at PellaWI.com.
This is your Milwaukee Public Schools City Conference Basketball Weekly Update on the award-winning 1017 The Truth.
Milwaukee Public Schools City Conference Championship Week has arrived. We had a great championship game matchup in the girls' gold division as we saw the Golda Meyer Owls look to make it a perfect undefeated conference season as they took on the Milwaukee School of Languages Hawks. The Goldemeyer Owls, they showed exactly why they had an undefeated conference season this year as they took care of business, beating the Milwaukee School of Languages Hawks 54-25 to win the crown of conference tournament champion. The Lady Owls were led in scoring by Anaya Blackman, who had a smooth 22 points, and Amira Taylor, who dropped 15 points. Be sure to keep up with everything Milwaukee City Conference basketball as the boys have their championship games this Saturday.
This has been your Milwaukee Public Schools City Conference Basketball Weekly Update.
Life's better with American Family Insurance, because whether it's a family road trip in your dream car or hosting a family reunion in your dream home, we help you feel protected so you can enjoy those dreams with peace of mind. Save up to 23% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
When you're high, you feel different. Pretty obvious, right? You think different, talk different, but if you feel different, you drive different. So if you're high, just don't drive. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Happy kids heal faster, and that's why Starlight is dedicated to improving the mental well-being of sick kids across the U.S. Learn how at starlight.org.
Hurt by a truck? Call Gruberg offices. One call, that's all.
We still have backups. Eastbound 94s, you're making your way from 84th Street through the Stadium Interchange to 35th. Westbound's heavy out of the Marquette all the way to Hawley Road. Southbound 43 backing up from Keefe all the way down through the Marquette to the KK River. Northbound's backed up from Fond du Lac Avenue all the way up to Burleigh. Southbound 41 backing up from Silver Spring all the way to Capitol, well, just past Capitol Drive. By the time you hit Burleigh, you should be good to go into the Zoo Interchange. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast. Tonight, mostly cloudy, a low of 30. Tomorrow, partly sunny, mild and windy, isolated afternoon shower possible, a high of 51. For the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 101.7 The Truth.
This Associated Bank Sports Update on 101.7 The Truth is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Brandon Snide. The Milwaukee Bucks will look to bounce back tonight as they welcome in Nikola Jokic and the Denver Nuggets to Pfizer Forum. The nationally televised game will tip off tonight. That's scheduled for 7 p.m. Over to baseball, where the Milwaukee Brewers had a couple of spring training games in Arizona on Wednesday. The split squad splitting the two games, losing to the Dodgers 9-3, and on the other end, beating the Diamondbacks 7-1. Over the NFL, as the Combine officially kicked off today, as players will begin workouts in front of tons of NFL GMs, coaches, and executives. And lastly, we'll head over to college hoops, where the 19-10 UW and Panthers will return home tonight and welcome in Oakland. That tip-off is set for 7 p.m. This sports update brought to you by Associated Bank, proudly supporting your hometown teams. Member FDIC.
You are listening to Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 101.7 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
The award-winning 101.7 The Truth proudly celebrates Black excellence and the most monumental moments in our history. Tune in all month long as we celebrate the voices, stories, and achievements that have helped shape the history and inspired the future. 101.7 The Truth celebration of Black History Month is sponsored by Milwaukee College Prep, Educators Credit Union, the Freighter and the Medical College of Wisconsin, and American Family Insurance. This is Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on the 101.7 The Truth, which is live from the American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue in the heart of downtown Milwaukee. I am the legendary Home Blow in for Dr. Ken, who is on assignment. And again, the number to call in to get your thoughts, comments, and opinions heard on this is 833-212-1017. What is your thoughts? Does it really bring that child together with her biological father, or can it really cause more pain and heartache and destruction for the child? Because it's like, okay, well, once a year, maybe I'll get to speak to him once a year. Or just like even in relationships, when sometimes you may say, all right, well, you know what, we need to take a break. We need to just, take some time and then come back and revisit this. Again, oftentimes when you hear some people say that and they're talking about that, what happens when it really don't work? What happens when you say you took that time, but that time just gave you further clarification that this is not what you want to do anymore, and now you done put somebody's life on hold for just give me a little time. How much is a little time? Is that a week? Is that 3 weeks? Is that a month? Is it 2 months? Is it 3 months? And now you're still asking the question like, are we here yet? So what's going on? I told you give me some time. Okay, can I get something a little bit better in context of when we're supposed to do this and when we're supposed to do that? So, to toy with children's lives who are already going through some things a lot of times, if you have someone, and this is another thing that I look at, if you have someone who is in that child's life, that yes, it may not be the biological father, but it may be uncles. It may be a man that you may be in a relationship with now. It may be a husband that you're in a relationship now, and you spend more time trying to force the biological father to be in the child's life, who has obviously shown for whatever reasons that they don't plan or don't want to be in the child's life. I think you're doing more damage to the child than you are helping the child. We're going to go to the Truth Talk text line. Again, the number to call in, 833-212-1017. We've got Pat on the line. Pat, from Milwaukee, welcome to 1017 The Truth. What's your thoughts, comments, and opinions?
Hey, Homer Bro.
Hey.
Hey. My opinion about that situation is that I think that it was kind of strange that she put it on Look Who's Six, but I think it got results. You know what I mean? They said that Dad called, and hopefully this will be something that'll help them have a relationship.
What if it don't? But what if it don't? What if it don't? Does it still benefit the child? Does it still benefit if the baby don't end up hearing from him ever again, or she don't end up hearing? In a good way or a positive way?
A positive way.
It's a positive way if she don't hear from him again?
Yes.
Okay.
Because I feel like that's a way that her mom can show that she did everything she possibly could to get Dad on board, and that it was not her fault. Because a lot of times dads like to use, well, your mama wouldn't let me see you. Your mama didn't bring you around. Well, now he knows that he was on the news, and he still decided not to have a part in his child's life. So if anybody going to be embarrassed, it should be him, that he would leave his seed to fend for themselves in the mean streets of Milwaukee.
What if you don't want to be, but my point is, if you don't want to be a father, you can't force it. It's just like if you don't want to have a child and you get pregnant, I can say, I wanted this my first seed, please, please. But if you say, you know what, I'm not ready to have a child, guess what? The child doesn't arrive.
But if the child has
is that fair though? But no. I'm saying if you don't end up having it. What I'm saying is if you choose to not have it, does the child still end up arriving? No. No matter how bad the father may have wanted the child.
Well, see, I don't believe in abortion.
But okay,
so that you asking the wrong person.
No.
So.
I can still ask you the question. It's not about if you were pregnant.
I wouldn't have an abortion.
I'm using it in the context of a woman has a right, because it's her body and her choice, to say, I don't want to have this baby. And so what does a father...
I don't believe a woman has the right to that choice.
Right.
I personally don't believe a woman has the right to that choice, so I can't even really...
So who should have that choice? Who should have the choice?
Pardon me?
Who should have the choice?
Who should have the choice?
You said she don't have that choice.
On abortion, Homer.
No, I'm just saying...
On abortion.
No, I'm just saying, you said shouldn't have a choice. So who should have the choice?
That's my belief. You know, I'm pro-choice.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm pro-life. So that's my belief.
Mm-hmm.
And I just think that nobody has a choice once a child is made and living. And I believe life starts at conception.
Mm-hmm.
I don't believe nobody has a choice to say this child can't be here. But regardless of the child being here or not, when a child is here, aren't you responsible to take care of your seed? How do you justify leaving your seed out alone in the mean streets of Milwaukee, even if it takes you being on the news?
No, you're not responsible. People want you to be responsible, but no, you are not. No, you are not.
Well, according to the law, you 17% responsible.
Who made the law? Who made the law? The same way that you're saying with your religious beliefs that you choose not to have an abortion.
You arguing against something that's not going to change.
No. What I'm saying I'm saying you're talking about something that's man-made. We're talking about something that's, you get what I'm saying? You're talking about laws that were put together, again, by a system that is, again, against, most times, the father. It's against the father. It works for the mothers, but it doesn't usually work for the fathers.
I understand that when we're talking about money, but right now we're talking about a child, and all she wanted was her dad to call her for her birthday. And I don't think that we should be looking hard on her mom because her mom wanted to see some of her child hurt not be there anymore. What's wrong with a phone call?
Well, the mother has been trying to have that. The mother's been trying to have that for over a year. So what the point that you're talking about proving, she's been on social media a whole year. She's had the little girl on. She's had the little girl on there.
Well, how come she had? Why when she got him on the news, he paid attention? So maybe that's what it took to put his feet to the fire. And I don't see nothing wrong with that.
But one time, and I think that does more damage to the child.
You're not in that kid's life.
She ain't heard from him in a year. She ain't heard from him in a year. She's 6 years old. She hadn't heard from him.
Okay.
So you said
he might have changed. This might have changed his mind. Let's pray that it did.
Okay, that's what you're going. That's where you can go. Say, pray that it does, but it doesn't mean it. He may have felt embarrassed to do it, but now guess what? He may even be even more stronger saying, I'm not going. Yeah, you got me that time, but I ain't doing this, and you know why I'm not doing this.
And if that's what he decides, that's his decision.
Right, and that hurts the child.
He will never be able to explain that to the child in any kind of way.
That's my point.
One thing for sure and two for certain.
That's my point.
We're going to be young now. You can be young making a baby now, but one day somebody going to have to take care of your old butt.
But that's my point.
Should be good.
But that's my point. That's my point. That's why I say, who does it really hurt? That child will still be hurt in the end.
I don't believe. I think that woman did the best she could, and I'm proud of her.
Yeah.
Put them all on the news.
Well, we'll agree to disagree.
Have a good day.
We'll agree to disagree, but thank you for the call, Pat. We'll agree to disagree. I think it does more damage because I talk to people all the time that it done more damage than it did good. A lot of people say, this fool could have stayed where the hell he was at if he's going to tell my baby I'm on my way with a bike for Christmas, and you sitting in the window waiting on this damn bike for Christmas, and it never shows. I got to get ready to take care of some more bills. Again, this is The Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 101.7 The Truth, live from the American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue in the heart of downtown Milwaukee. I am the legendary Home Blow. In for Dr. Ken, who is on assignment. Hit us up with a call, 833-212-1017. We'll be black.
Don't touch that dial. More of Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris is next on 101.7 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com. Milwaukee Black Talk.
And Joe Biden wasn't very controversial. He wasn't. Now, he might have done some things in his long, storied past, but if you all have been in the same line of work for 46 years, you probably have done some questionable things too. Joe Biden was a safe choice. He was a level of common sense. He was a level of stability. He was a familiar political commodity. Democrats don't have that right now. Democrats are caught with their pants completely down.
Listen to The Truth with Sherwin Hughes, weekdays from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m.
Donald Trump is out of control, stopping payments for healthcare and food for hungry kids, eliminating the Department of Education, and letting unelected billionaire Elon Musk fire anyone he wants and get access to your most private information. We need a Supreme Court justice who will keep them in check before they go too far. That's Judge Susan Crawford.
I'm Judge Susan Crawford. As a former prosecutor and now as a judge, I believe in protecting you, your family, and your right to privacy, and that women have the right to make their own decisions about their health care. Because to me, that's just common sense.
Donald Trump and Elon Musk are both backing Brad Schimmel. He'll do whatever they want. That's why we need Judge Susan Crawford. The common sense judge will keep them in check. Judge Susan Crawford for Supreme Court. Paid for by Susan Crawford for Wisconsin. Crawford for WI.com.
What's poppin', Truth Nation? It's your girl, Noni Juice, from my friends at Steinhafels. Your home is more than a place. It's a reflection of you. Make it uniquely yours during Steinhafels' Make It Your Own event. From bold statement pieces to timeless classics, find your perfect fit for your style. Personalize colors and fabrics to make every piece your own. Save up to $800, and with Steinhafels' 18-month financing, making your room yours just got more affordable. The Make It Your Own event, only at Steinhafels and steinhafels.com.
Join the roar of 18,000 Bucks fans at Fiserv Forum and be a part of the slam dunks, game-changing plays, and electrifying victories live. Witness the edge-of-your-seat action and unforgettable moments as they happen. You don't want to miss this. Grab your calendar, handpick your favorite matchups, and secure your seats for Dame time in Milwaukee and every incredible moment that comes next at bucks.com/tickets. That's bucks.com/tickets.
I walk on the shoulders of giants who have come before me.
I am grateful for those who changed yesterday.
But I live in today.
And I pledge I will help shape tomorrow.
Milwaukee College Prep Scholars honor Black History Month not just during February, but each and every day they walk through the door, preparing for a better life for themselves and the world around them. Enroll your scholar at MilwaukeeCollegePrep.com.
More of Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris is next on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
This is Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 1017 The Truth, live from the American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue in the heart of downtown Milwaukee. I am the legendary Home Blow, in for Dr. Ken, who is on assignment. And I definitely want to go to the Truth Talk text line. And remember, you can call in and participate, 833-212-1017. You can stream us live on YouTube and Twitter at 1017 The Truth. And I want to go to the Truth Talk text line with Barbie Dunn. She said, well, that's his fault. Well, that's her fault for opening her legs to a type of man like that. That's her. That's her father. She got to get to know him, whoever he is and however he is. And it's going to hurt regardless, because either way she's going to say, oh, my dad is not in my life. But all she can really know and say that her mother tried to assist her as a child, and she grew up and she can get to know her father and his family on her own, which is where I was going with it. But this is what it takes for the process. Either he's going to be absent and she's going to just be wondering where he is and still question it, or they're going to go through the emotions until she gets tired of looking for him. But it's okay, because that's our father. It's okay. It's her parents. It's not going to do no damaging. You're supposed to heal as they learn. You're supposed to teach them how to handle their emotions and what's going on in life. I'm telling them what's going on, and that's how you be upfront and truthful with your child. And that's the point. You got to be upfront. You got to be truthful. It ain't about bashing. And again, the child sees, like, okay, it takes this, it takes that, it takes that. Okay, now I got it. Is that going to be enough? Because when you force somebody to do something, which is what I think, and I believe that this was a more of a forced situation. And if a person is not going to be responsible, they're not going to be responsible. We got some grown-ass kids. We got some grown teens that you've been trying to instill nothing but the right thing and teach them morals and values. And guess what? They stray and go a whole different way. And you got to sometimes understand that, you know what? I know I did my part. I know I've been trying to do my best. And I guess if my best wasn't good enough, as the song says, you know what I'm saying? just once. You know, if you have done that, sometimes you have to allow them to then grow and formulate and understand. When they run into that judge, it's not going to just slap them on the wrist. They're going to learn the hard way. Then all of a sudden they call it for mama, daddy, nana, somebody. I'm ready now. But it's again, like I say, some people that end up getting locked up, now all of a sudden they done found God. But as soon as they get out, after the stunt, it's the after party. So they done their bid now. Now they coming home to party with all of the people that helped them get to where the hell they were at, locked up. Yeah, man. Oh, you gonna give me a chain? Oh, yeah, man. Oh, you gonna give me some money? Oh, yeah, man. You gonna give me some work? Oh, yeah, man. I'm black on. I'm black like I never left. Is that helping them or hurting them? Is that, well, at least, no. And my thing is, if we're talking about changing the cycle and breaking, you know what I'm saying, breaking the cycle of some of the things that are going on, we have to understand, if I'm there by force, one, I'm not happy. Oh, I can play. I can put on the smile. I can put on the Sambo face. Yes, I'm so happy now. But I'm not happy. You trying to force me to be happy. You trying to force me, you think that, yes, I won. Yeah. But did you really win? You feel what I'm saying? So, again, people have to want to. They have to want to. You getting them locked up because they ain't paid child support, that's not going to force him to be a father now. It's not. And if that's what you think, you fooled. You got some delusion about yourself. They have to want to. So you got to take out well, you know, she did what she had to do. So if what she had to do was to try to make the child hate the father even more, round of applause. Round of applause. That you did. So was that your end game? Was that your end game? If that was your end game, yes, hallelujah and all of that. You know, let's talk about it. Ooh-wee. No, that's not. Again, and I can only speak because I've seen the damage, and I continue to see the damage of what that done to so many people that I know that are grown now. And how a lot of them said, I just wish they would have never called in. I just wish they would have never stopped by then. If I would have knew that all of this got to take place for you to do what most people would say is the right thing, I'll pass. Because it don't make no sense. It doesn't make any sense. If you wanted the child, you want a child to end up harboring even more ill feelings, congratulations. Round of applause. You succeeded. You succeeded. You know, there's a lot of fathers that do want to be in their children's lives, but the mother of the child, in a lot of cases, are playing games. They're treating the child as a pawn. They're treating the child as a pawn. And this is real life. This ain't no game. This is real life. These things are happening. They're happening. And I don't think that that's a benefit to the child. Because when the breakup comes, now because you're using the child as a pawn, Now you're going to have a cheerleading squad that's going to be like, well, just because y'all broke up, but like Sherwin Hughes was saying earlier on The Truth with Sherwin Hughes. Now it's a power trip. It's a power trip, which doesn't help the child. It doesn't help the child. And if you think that it's helping the child, you are delusional, in my opinion. You're delusional. Get your mind right. You know, and think about some of our own growing up and how you may have felt like, you know what, Mama, I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing. I know. I'm not holding this against you, Mama. But it's one day that child, because other children have said it, be like, Mama, don't do that. If Daddy don't want to be in my life, it's okay. I love you. I love what you're doing for me. I love what whoever is the male role model that's in the life now. You know, I'm good with him. I'm good with all of the people that are stepping in to help me in those areas where having my biological father in my life would have been positive. I just got done doing the 20th annual daddy-daughter dance. And in a lot of those situations, there were, of course, the biological fathers, but there were a lot of stand-ins. There were a lot of men who stepped up and said, you know what? Okay, maybe your biological father is locked up. Maybe your biological father was murdered. Maybe your biological father just didn't want to be a father in your life. But they stood in. And I think that sometimes we don't give the credit to the ones that are stepping up. We're so worried about if it's the biological. It's got to be the biological to step up. Let men step up and stop trying to force somebody into the child's life because he should be the one, but he's not. Got to get ready to take care of some bills. Again, you can call in and join us, 833-212-1017. That's the True Talker text line. Stream us live on YouTube and Twitter at 1017 The Truth. We'll have more conversation on the other side. This is Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris. I am the legendary Home Blow on 1017 The Truth. We'll be back.
This is 1017 The Truth's Kyle Wallace, and I am Milwaukee. I take great pride in being a 414 boy and representing the city that I love. The great memories I have of going to Northtown Cinema to see movies with family and friends, to going to Capitol Court to see the Black Santa Claus, this city has helped shape me into the man that I am today, and I pledge to utilize my voice as a way to advocate for you in our community. Join the home of Milwaukee's realest conversations where you can speak your truth. We are the award-winning 1017 The Truth. Milwaukee Black Talk.
Here at the new 1017 The Truth, we aim to be a staple in Milwaukee's Black community. We are committed to partnering with local organizations and supporting Black-owned businesses. We are proud to call Milwaukee our city and promise to be a positive reflection of our community. We look forward to celebrating Black culture and excellence with you every day as we make history and continue to uplift the voices in our city. Join us for the journey at the new 1017 The Truth, founded by Gruber Law Offices, Milwaukee Black Talk.
When a parent sees their child smile, they see hope. Aleem hoped that his son Rajib would have an easier life than he had. You see, Rajib, just like his father, was born with a cleft. But as a fisherman in a small village in Indonesia, the cost of surgery was out of reach. Their lives were transformed thanks to Smile Train, which sponsors free, life-changing cleft surgeries and other essential treatments. Rajib's surgery marked Smile Train's 2 millionth, and incredibly, Aleem's was the 2 million and first. Now, their smiles are a symbol of hope for children with clefts all over the world. 540 babies are born with a cleft each day, but through Smile Train, millions of lives have been changed. To learn more and support the global cleft community, visit smiletrain.org/learn. Smile Train, changing the world one smile at a time.
Calling all big thinkers.
The world's climate is changing. These aren't new facts, but it means we must think in new ways about how we can live, prosper, and provide energy for our world while protecting our planet. Engineers are answering the call to create cleaner, safer, reliable energy. Solar power, harnessing the power of the sun to light all corners of the globe. Wind power, channeling a simple breeze to bring electricity to our homes. Hydropower, using the natural flow of water to generate electricity. Nuclear power, engineering advanced reactors that are safer, more reliable, and produce zero carbon emissions. Engineers are leading the way and empowering the next generation. Engineers answer the call. Brought to you by the National Academy of Engineering. Learn more at nae.edu.
Listen to the home of the 5K Gruber Cash Giveaway. 1017 FM, 1510 AM, WGKB Waukesha, and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station. This is your 1017 The Truth News Update.
Hello, everyone. This is Rhea Riley with your news update. Kenosha Unified School District is cracking down on school safety training. This comes after 2 incidents, one involving a teen bringing a firearm to school and one swatting incident, all happening within the span of 4 months. Office of School Safety Executive Director Trish Kipling says this.
Kenosha is also a leader in the area of school threat assessment. They've developed a community coalition referred to as STACK that is a model practice.
KUSD is looking to add controlled safety entrances to more of its schools, something Superintendent Dr. Jeffrey Weiss says would have been covered if the district's referendum had passed last week. Milwaukee now has one less George Webb restaurant. The company has closed their Oakland Avenue location on the city's east side as of last Wednesday. Senior broker at Ogden Real Estate Michael Testa says the building is available and a national restaurant chain is the preferred option for the space.
The restaurant decided to close because their lease was up and they decided that it's time for them to wind down their franchise operations.
Testa also states the goal is to fill the space with a more recognizable restaurant chain.
We are looking for a little bit more of a national chain that's going to have some stability within the space rather than a local group. At the same time, looking for something that's going to fit the neighborhood and going to be a benefit for everybody in the area.
George Webb still operates 21 restaurants across Wisconsin. Bed bugs, no heat, angry residents, and now another issue for Milwaukee's embattled housing authority. Milwaukee Mayor Cavalier Johnson planned to name Ramona Ramos to fill the vacant Hackham board seat, but Ramos withdrew her name from consideration on Wednesday. The Milwaukee Journal Sentinel reports Mayor Johnson blames advocacy group Common Ground for Ramos's withdrawing her name and contributing to the dysfunction of the board. Earlier this week, the group sent a letter signed by more than 300 residents to Mayor Johnson's office expressing its frustration with his nomination choice. This has been your news update. Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris continues on the new 1017 The Truth.
Bringing you his authentic perspectives on important topics.
They live in suburbs together. They live in the city together. They hang out together, all in the same family. We're the only idiots that fight because we want our voice to only be on one side. Like, does that even make any sense? And when the side loses, you lose everything. They, on the other hand, have a voice no matter what because somebody that looks like them is always in control.
Frank, candid, and straight to the point.
Well, it's just a skewed system.
Of course it is.
It's a lot of judgment.
But answer my question, though. Should we let people go? Should we let people go? Like, let's just forget about bail altogether. And if your neighbor commits a homicide and kills people, if you kill people and they next to you and you just let them come back and live right next to you, they can live upstairs from you. Let them come in your house.
Frank, candid, and straight to the point. This is the best radio show in the state of Wisconsin. Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 1017 The Truth and The Truth app.
Now, he's the mayor of the city of Milwaukee. He's a young man. Give him a chance. I only complain about things that I care about. What I want you to do is pretend like I'm in St. Louis. And all I'm asking the mayor and the Common Council president and the Common Council, show me.
Now, live from the American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue in the heart of downtown Milwaukee, here is Dr. Ken Harris.
Calling all black-owned business owners and entrepreneurs. Are you looking to share your story and grow your reach? We have teamed up with Associated Bank for our black-owned business Give Black. Each quarter, 4 lucky business owners will win an opportunity to spotlight their brand and journey on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. To sign up for your business spotlight interviews, visit blackbusinessgiveblack.com. That is blackbusinessgiveblack.com. Let's rebuild our community's backbone through exposure on the truth. For official rules, head to blackbusinessgiveblack.com. Associated Bank, member of FDIC. This is The Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 1017 The Truth, live from the American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue in the heart of downtown Milwaukee. I am the legendary Home Blow in for Dr. Ken, who is on assignment. And we're going to go to the phone lines right now. We've got Wayne, who's been waiting patiently. Great afternoon, Wayne. I love you. I appreciate you. What's your comments or opinion?
Yes, I like what you said about the kids, couple attitude when the parents put something in their head, it's not about always the father.
Mm-hmm.
And you want to be in your child life most of the time, and the parents don't allow certain things. They tell the kids certain things. Only when the kids want something, they'll find their daddy. But otherwise from that, they want nothing to do with you. And it's not right.
Mm-hmm.
I would love to be in my children, in my children's life, but I don't know where things can go wrong sometime. And it's like they want nothing to do with you. And it's like the mom, sometimes the children will turn to the mom and say, "Mom, where did I go wrong? Or what did Daddy do so bad that you don't want to see me?" It's not that your daddy don't want to see you, but it's the attitude that you get when you hear certain things from your mom, because the relationship with me and her don't go the way she wanted it to go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And the other thing I want to say about the Black History Month. The Black History Month, they speak about a lot of things, but the real issue is they need to put it all out there for people to know where we coming from, that develop a lot of things that we make, and people inherit the best of it right now.
Real talk. Thank you very much for your call, Wayne. We're going to stay right here on the Truth Talk text lines. If you want to give your comment or opinion on this, 833-212-1017. We're going to Miss Carolyn. Welcome to The Truth with Dr. Ken Harris on 1017 The Truth. You got a question or a comment?
I got a comment, Homer. And how you doing today?
I am blessed. What about yourself?
I'm blessed too. I have no complaints. I just want to say this to the women. Stop bashing these fathers. Let the child sign out for their own, because my mother and father had 10 of us together. My dad was a deadbeat dad.
Mm-hmm.
My mom left him when I was 8. I wrote him a letter, and he sent it back to me, and it was all marked up with red pen and grammar correction. I was 8 years old. Okay.
Wow.
But what I seen that my mother did not do, she never said a bad word about my father.
That part.
One day I was in there, and I was so mad at him because he had did something, and I was basically telling my mother, he's this and that. My mother looked at me, she said, "Don't you ever let me hear you talk about your father like that again." And she set an example for me to go by, so that when me and my spouse divorced and whatever, I don't talk about him to the kids. They're grown.
Right.
They have to make their own decisions. And my mom did the same thing to us. She didn't talk about my dad to us negatively or anything. She just didn't say anything about it, but she didn't let us talk about him either.
Right.
So that gave us a chance to see what was really going on when we grew up. And eventually, my other brothers and sisters, they built a relationship with him and stuff. Me and his relationship was standoffish, but I loved him. but it was just a standoff relationship. But I learned to not disrespect him. So I will say this to you women and stuff. Stop talking about these kids' daddy to them. Stop that. That is not right. It's ugly. And all it does really is hurt the child. The child will find out when they get grown what their daddy is about. You don't have to do that fire. That's all I have to say.
Thank you very much, Miss Carolyn. Love you and appreciate you. We're going back to the lines. We're going back to the lines. We've got Marlon. Remember, you can call in 833-212-1017. Marlon, welcome to Truth Be Told with Dr. Ken Harris, Truth in the Afternoon. What is your comment or opinion?
So I think it kind of goes along with the previous caller, but I'm going to do it from the man's perspective, right?
Okay.
If you have kids and you're not able to see them, there's two things you can do. You can go to court and you can get on child support. Child support is not just for you to pay the kids. It's also to make sure that you are able to have your rights to see your children and do the things that you need to do with your children. There's too many times that men don't want to do child support because they don't want to pay. Well, there's other things, there's other benefits to it. It's also keeping her in line, because if there's a court order saying that you can see your kid every 2, 3, 4 days and she's not doing it, you can go back to the court and now she's in trouble and now you're able to see your kid. So that's one. And then the other thing is there's many opportunities for men to get to our children. We can write them. We can call them. We can, especially now with phones, you can call them. You can all this stuff. You know, if the mother is bashing you and tell you how bad you are, and you're continue trying to reach out to your children or trying to reach out, and they see you trying to reach out, like the lady said before, if the mother is the one doing it, the kids are going to know. You know, I'm a probation agent. I see this stuff every day where these guys are reaching out, and then the kids get old enough and they realize that the mother had held them away. But, you know, here's the other thing is, sometimes there are deadbeat dads, you know what I mean? But there's just as many moms who's holding it against the man for not being there or being what they want. But realistically, it's about the kids. It should never be about, you know, the relationship that the mother and dad have once they're gone, not with each other.
All right. Thank you for your call. We appreciate that. Again, getting ready to come up on another break. But I want to read, let's see, Miriam M. said, as someone who was raised by women, one thing I learned is that my children will never be worried about where I am, regardless of how things end up with their mother. Also, a follow-up, if there is a will, there's a way. The kids will see you, try, and will make up their minds based on your action. And that's it. And I know we still got callers on the Truth Talking text line. I will make sure I get back to you on the other side, but we are coming up on another break. And I know some of y'all hate when we had to go to breaks, but if we don't pay the bills, then we don't get paid. And I'm just saying, I love what I do. I'm passionate about what I do, but I also love my paycheck. So so again, we're still talking about the Look Who's Sick situation. Was it the right thing to do, the bad thing to do for the mother who ended up taking the Havana's moment and making it about a message for the dad who hasn't seen his daughter in a year or so. Again, the number to call in, 833-212-1017. Stream us live on YouTube and Twitter at 1017 The Truth. We will have more conversation on the other side. This is Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris. I am the legendary Home of Blow on 1017 The Truth. We'll be back.
Don't touch that dial. More of Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris is next on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com. On Thursday night, the Milwaukee Panthers return home to host Horizon League Conference rival, the Oakland University Golden Grizzlies.
Eric steps through on a double team, scoop to score! 94 feet of EP offense. 6 seconds, McKee for three, hit it! It's a 1-point game.
Scott Warris has the coverage Thursday starting at 6:30 p.m. on 1017 The Truth and the Milwaukee Panthers Sports Network from Learfield. Tip-off happens at 7 o'clock.
Donald Trump is out of control, stopping payments for health care and food for hungry kids, eliminating the Department of Education, and letting unelected billionaire Elon Musk fire anyone he wants and get access to your most private information. We need a Supreme Court justice who will keep them in check before they go too far. That's Judge Susan Crawford.
I'm Judge Susan Crawford. As a former prosecutor and now as a judge, I believe in protecting you, your family, and your right to privacy, and that women have the right to make their own decisions about their health care. Because to me, that's just common sense.
Donald Trump and Elon Musk are both backing Brad Schimmel. He'll do whatever they want. That's why we need Judge Susan Crawford, the common sense judge who will keep them in check. Judge Susan Crawford for Supreme Court. Paid for by Susan Crawford for Wisconsin. Crawford for WI.com.
Be the MVP of gift giving with a Milwaukee Bucks gift card. From exhilarating Bucks experiences to unforgettable Fiserv Forum events, your gift card recipient can score tickets to Bucks games and other events through the Ticketmaster box office. Shop exclusive gear at the Bucks Pro Shop or get a favorite snack at Fiserv Forum's concessions. It's a win-win gift that lets them choose their experience. To purchase a gift card, visit bucks.com/gift cards.
Ready to buy your first house, move into your forever home, or simply refinance? At Associated Bank, they've got you. With the right lending plan and guidance, you can achieve your dreams. Your financial goals are closer than you think, and Associated Bank is excited to help you reach them. Learn more at associatedbank.com/lending or ask a banker for details. Subject to credit approval, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Gruber Law Office. One call, that's all.
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 Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
One call, that's all.
When you're high, you feel different. Pretty obvious, right? You think different, talk different, but if you feel different, you drive different. So if you're high, just don't drive. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
This is Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
We're black. This is Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 1017 The Truth, live from the American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue in the heart of downtown Milwaukee. I am the legendary Home Blow, in for Dr. Ken, who is on assignment. And I want to thank the caller for holding on. Again, the number to reach us on the Truth Talk text line, 833-212-1017. The caller, welcome. Welcome. You got a question or a comment? What's going on, family? You're on the air.
I think I have to definitely agree with the last few people that it is all about the children. And the flip side of that, I think, is my experience of raising my children, and at the point of divorce, they were in high school. And that's the one way, that some people, and that's just a personal experience. And when you get along and when you are both responsible parents and you do what they call family planning, and that's a choice. And, that physical feeling that you're going to feel for a few minutes, particularly for people who are not responsible enough to use something that is at least 90% of the time you will not have a baby you don't want if you use contraceptive. So that 10% possibility, once you start having sex, you do need to be responsible enough to be a parent. And part of that is what Marlon said. You're doing yourself a favor as a father to, on the birth of your child, claim your rights by putting yourself on child support. That way you have rights as a father that many people have to fight long court fights and get lawyers to fight about later. And so that's something that I instructed my son to do. And to me, there's a movement where people talk about child support as if it's something that's not at least 17% of your income is not half of what it takes to raise a child, right?
Correct.
Most times. So to hear people complain about it that many times have multiple children by multiple different people, that is the other side of that. Now, this particular case where this lady went to the media about her personal business, that wouldn't be something that I would do. But those people know each other. And what it does do, I thought about this for a little while, because there's sometimes where an irresponsible parent will later blame it on the responsible parent. This is why she wouldn't let me see you. You understand what I'm saying? And there's no not letting you if you are actually a parent and take on your responsibility when you have a child. If you try to evade it, then you set yourself up for victimization about the other parent. But it is documented now so that later on that parent can never lie to his child saying that I tried to be with you, but your mother held me away from you. And I've heard that a lot of times, and this is a two-sided issue, and we have bad people of both genders, and we have awesome parents of both genders. And I hope the awesome parents just continue to stand up and be an example for those who are not.
Hashtag that part, hashtag facts. Thank you for your call, caller. I appreciate you. Love you, man. Again, the number to call in, 833-212-1017, of course, or you can hit us up on the Truth Talking text line. Again, 833-212-1017. Shout out to everybody who is on our YouTube page. Let's see, Dee Conley said, we love you, Homeward Blow. Just sometimes it's just too many commercials and the show be getting so good. But okay, absolutely. I understand. She also agreed with several of the callers who called in and were saying that they were hitting it on the bullseye. We're talking about the situation where it's the talk of everything. And one of the things that was also brought up on Jamming with Jews. I've always had this philosophy, and I talk about it a lot on my online show, where this is a hot topic right now, but it will fade. It will fade. It will fade away. The topic will fade away. We will go through the same things that we are going through over and over again, and this is why I think that some of these conversations and some of the dialogue has to be repetitious in some ways, because we talk about it for a minute and then we don't talk about it, and it's still going on. So if we haven't got to a resolution and we haven't come to a fix and we know these things are still happening and still going on, that means there's still more work to do. And when you act like, oh, well, okay, that's over. Oh, a 4-year-old got killed. Oh, that's terrible. That's terrible. Then on to the next one until we hear about another 4-year-old, 5-year-old, 3-year-old getting shot by finding a weapon that shouldn't have been left within their reach inside of a home and all of that. Then we mad, we upset again. What kind of people are those? And then that too shall pass. And then you'll find out that artists that you've never met in your life, we spend so much time enamored in their lives that are in financial categories that some of us will never reach. And I'm just saying this by knowledge and experience of a lot of the people who choose to have something to say. You got people that will give a damn more about people that they have never met in their life. They've only seen them from the balcony seats at a concert. But here is some things going on in your own family, in your own community that you could be supporting that you choose not to support. And then when they end up making it to play at Pfizer Forum, now all of a sudden, oh, you changed now. You changed. Like, no, I didn't. I just kept going, even though you didn't want to support. You got people that own businesses, and you got people that will rather get free merchandise instead of supporting. Oh, yeah, I'm going to come down there. I know you're going to hook me up. What the hell is the hook me up? Stop. So we have to keep having these conversations, in my opinion, and stop just letting it go by the wayside. Let's now have some more open forums. There are a lot of organizations. We've got the Milwaukee Fatherhood Coalition, who's deeply involved with, along with MKE Rec, for the daddy-daughter dance. And this is what the Milwaukee Fatherhood Coalition does. We got Fathers for Progress. We've got a lot. The brother that called in on Jamming with Juice earlier, Greg, from that, they're located inside of Community Advocates. So there's a lot of different things, Uncle Holmes, you feel what I'm saying? Al Holmes, there's a lot of people that have these things, but when they have these forums, when they have these situations where fathers can come in and talk about some of the things that are going on and some of the things that have created situations and problems for them, go to these forums. And some of you mothers, go to these forums so you can understand, not just to go to argue and be the typical angry black woman that they like to stereotype. A lot of times you don't want to hear it, but if that's what you're showing me, then that's the terminology that I have for it. You feel what I'm saying? So you don't want to do that. You don't want to create more division. I want a lot of these mothers to understand. We need a lot of these women to understand how it goes. That's why I'm always excited to say that when some women get with a man that is trying to be in his child's life, but she sees what the biological mother is taking that father through. But yet that woman that is the biological mother is always on social media talking about he ain't this and he ain't that, he ain't this. And that woman that man gets with, whether it's just his woman or she becomes his wife, be like, I want to go beat her up. I want to go beat her up because she's just being unreasonable. The man is trying to do this. The man is trying to do that. So besides him paying, besides his taxes getting intercepted, and all you can do is keep coming up with this foolishness because he's no longer with you, he's with her. So it's a lot. It's a lot that has to be unpacked that we are impacted with on a regular basis. And it's crazy. And I think that we have to be able to talk about these things, and without the egos and the emotional side coming out, and to whereas now we just arguing, so we're not going to get anywhere. We're not going to achieve anything. Time to get ready to take care of some bills. Let's see. Venus Jones said he is a great dad regardless of if our relationship lasts or not. Hashtag that part. Hashtag facts. Again, call in or hit us up on the Truth Talk text line at 833-212-1017. Stream us live on YouTube and Twitter at 1017 The Truth. We will have more conversation on the other side. This is Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris. I am the legendary Home Blow while he's on assignment on 1017 The Truth. We'll be black.
Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris returns after this on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
If you've ever worried about your heart, if you've ever loved someone with heart disease, if you've ever wondered if you're the one at risk, let's remind ourselves that we are not powerless. Because at the Froedtert and the Medical College of Wisconsin Health Network, we're pushing to outsmart heart and vascular disease by working with you personally to understand your history, assess your risks, and guide you to heart strength. By digging deep with tireless research and offering access to leading-edge clinical trials. And for the most serious conditions, including heart failure, heart valve disease, arrhythmias, and vascular diseases, we provide renowned expertise and the most advanced life-saving procedures you expect from academic medicine. So let's get out in front of heart disease. Let's outsmart it. Let's keep pushing so that every one of us can outrun it and embrace every beautiful day life in Wisconsin has to offer. To learn more about our nationally renowned heart and vascular care, visit froedtert.com/heart.
Thank you, Truth Nation. Because of your unwavering and incredible support, we are proud to announce that we are officially sold out for our first annual Truth Community Awards. We are so excited to celebrate excellence, passion, and the power of community with you on Friday, February 28th at Potawatomi Casino and Hotel. This will be an evening filled with entertainment, heartfelt stories, and celebrating our city with the 1017 The Truth team. Congratulations to the 10 award recipients we will honor that night. They are Dr. Tamika Johnson, Eric Shake James, Ebony Solly, Carvel Brooks, Chris Abele, Walter Stern, Latrice Harris, Melody Madden, Justin McCoy, and Minister Kevin Simmons. Thank you for all of your positive contributions to the city of Milwaukee and beyond. The Truth Community Awards is presented by Potawatomi Casino and Hotel. Visit paysbig.com. Sponsored by Community Advocates, where meeting basic needs inspires hope. And brought to you by the award-winning 1017 The Truth. Milwaukee Black Talk.
Do you know or work with kids who have special healthcare needs? Help them live their best lives. Contact Wisconsin Wayfinder Children's Resource Network. Our specialists will connect you with services in your area. Wisconsin Wayfinder is free and confidential. Call 877-947-2929 or visit dhs.wi.gov/WISCWAY. Connect today. Sponsored by the Wisconsin Department of Health Services.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer. Our policy is to provide equal opportunity employment, development, and advancement to all current and potential teammates. If you are an organization that maintains a job bank, provides employment information, or gives job referrals, you may request to be placed on the station's mailing list for future career opportunities. To learn more about careers at Good Karma Brands, please email careers@goodkarmabrands.com.
Still dealing with an accident in Kenosha County, southbound 94, just about at Highway C. We've got a crash blocking the 3 left lanes, so only 1 lane of traffic is getting through. Big delays from before Highway 50 down to that accident scene. Other than that, we've got eastbound 94 with the crash right about at 76th Street. It is off on the right shoulder. Delays coming out of the Zoo interchange past that point all the way to 35th. The westbound side heavy out of the Marquette all the way to Mitchell Boulevard, back on the brakes from Highway 100 all the way to Sunny Slope Road. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast tonight, mostly cloudy skies, a low of 30. Tomorrow, partly sunny, mild, windy, isolated afternoon showers too, with a high of 51. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 1017 The Truth.
This Associated Bank Sports Update on 1017 The Truth is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Brandon Snide. The Milwaukee Bucks will look to bounce back tonight as they welcome in Nikola Jokic and the Denver Nuggets to Pfizer Forum. The nationally televised game will tip off tonight. That's scheduled for 7 p.m. Over to baseball, where the Milwaukee Brewers had a couple of spring training games in Arizona on Wednesday. The split squad splitting the 2 games, losing to the Dodgers 9-3, and on the other end, beating the Diamondbacks 7-1. Over the NFL, as the Combine officially kicked off today, as players will begin workouts in front of tons of NFL GMs, coaches, and executives. And lastly, we'll head over to college hoops, where the 19-10 UWM Panthers will return home tonight and welcome in Oakland. That tip-off is set for 7 p.m. This sports update brought to you by Associated Bank, proudly supporting your hometown teams. Member FDIC.
You are listening to Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
The award-winning 1017 The Truth is the proud home of Milwaukee Panthers basketball. Tonight, the Milwaukee Panthers return home as they host Horizon League Conference rival, the Oakland University Golden Grizzlies. Scott Juarez has the coverage tonight starting at 6:30 p.m. on 1017 The Truth and the Milwaukee Panthers Sports Network from Learfield. Tip-off is set for 7 o'clock p.m. Home blow. This is Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 1017 The Truth, live from the American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue in the heart of downtown Milwaukee. I am the legendary Home blow, in for Dr. Ken, who is on assignment, and I'll be in for Dr. Ken on tomorrow as well. Venus Jones on the YouTube page said, I don't know, maybe I'm from a different breed, but I have always told my husband that if we ever split up, I would never use our son as a pawn. You know, round of applause round of applause, round of applause. SE, great afternoon to you. Good evening to you. Joshi D. Osborne, great evening to you. Thanks for tuning in to 1017 The Truth. The lines are open. We still have been talking about the situation as it relates to the look who's six, look who's talking. It's got the city talking. It's got people outside the city talking. And what will it accomplish? Will it end up making some people understand what's really important? And if it's really about the child, like which way is the right way? Can you do something to damage what's going on more than you're trying to call yourself helping the situation? Because that will make some people very upset and bitter. You know, we get bitter real quick. On the Truth Talk text line, Lenthea Medley said, facts, if you made a trifling man a dad, what does that say about you? So, you know, but again, you know, my thought about that, and I brought this up in the first hour, Brother Z, like, you know, this is a dialogue, bro.
You never know.
Yeah, because how do people change. The person you met is not the same person that you mess around and see the next day. And then you got to think about bipolar. You feel what I'm saying? These are all real things. These are real situations, Brother Z.
I don't trust nobody.
Man, you get what I'm saying? But so somebody that was just one way one moment and they're the polar opposite the next moment. And it's like, oh, if I would have knew that. Like some women back in the day, you know, because now it's different modes of how they pass information if they want to give you their number or whatnot. Because now you got to get their Instagram. I give you my Instagram. What? Yeah. Hey, can I get your number? I give you my Instagram. What the hell? Stop it. You know, you can block people on the phone, right? You can block people on the phone. You can block them. I don't care if they call you from 8 different numbers. You can block them. Just like spam numbers that call you. Blocked. And they try to use every single digit they can on that spam line. And I'm like, blocked. Blocker.
Another one.
Right, absolutely. So, but people, again, sometimes the person that you met, that you ended up liking, that you ended up falling in love with, they can change. So when we are in life, we're supposed to evolve. So some things that weren't a problem for you at one point, now you may have zero tolerance for that. You're like, you know what? Yeah, it was a point in my life where I played those kind of games, but I don't play those kind of games no more. So you got to step your game up. And again, because it comes in different forms and it comes in different ways, we have to understand just how powerful and sometimes detrimental that can be. So to say that everybody knew that the woman that they were going to have a baby with was going to turn out to be a nightmare on Elm Street, you just didn't know. You fell asleep and then you start hearing, 1, 2, she's coming for you. I'm just saying, you know, like that part. And it's like, who the hell is this? This is not who I thought I was going to be with. And it's the same vice versa. You know, it's ladies that was like, you know, Martin Lawrence, he had one of the comedy specials where the woman was so excited talking about, oh, he let me do this and he let me hang out with my girls and all of that. And she was like, she didn't know he was crazy, deranged, and came into a nightclub with house shoes and a house coat on. You feel what I'm saying? Not even a smoker's jacket, just a regular old house coat, and had issues. And she was like, what? This ain't the man? What happened? So I do understand, like I say, there are some people that may show red flags, and you must pay attention to them. But there's some people that they wear their representatives well. They wear it. They are Decepticons, and that's why there's a such thing as a Decepticon. You were deceived. They do what they got to do until they get what they wanted to get, and then they out. And then you have people, well, if you would have just said that that's all you wanted to do. Yeah, okay. They tried that before, and they didn't like how it turned out. So now they've learned to wear their representative. And when most people end up meeting people, unfortunately, they have their representative on. And I challenge anybody to tell me that they don't, especially women. Tell me you don't have your representative on. Call in 833-212-1017 and tell me, lie to me, go on and lie to me and tell me that you don't have your representative on. Tell me you don't have your representative on. Everybody, we all put on our representative. When you go in for a job interview, you got your representative on. You talking about this is just you. No, you got your representative on. You are talking about some of the things that is you, but you got your representative on. And I dare somebody to prove me wrong. I challenge you to prove me wrong with that statement. Not really. A city girl said, that's right, Homer. People grow up and evolve, and many couples grow apart. Things don't always work out. Life is different from one's teens, 20s, 30s, and 50s. You know, and not really. A city girl said, all facts, Homer. You know, and I'm telling you, like, for real. And I just want somebody to call so I can end up proving them wrong if they say, I don't have on no representative. I don't put no representative. What you see is what you get. It's me. It's me out the gate. Come on, call me. Challenge. I'm ready. Brother Z, you think they can pass the challenge?
Nah.
They ain't gonna pass the challenge.
Like this them right here.
As they should. Listen to the sounds of the crickets. Listen to the sounds of the crickets. But, you know, because if you keep it real with yourself, you're going to know that you do. You have on, I don't care how, quote unquote, I'm the realest this, I'm the realest that. No, stop it. Now, I always keep it 100. No, you don't. Really? Right. They ain't keeping it 100. You can't, especially if you're talking about you're a great friend. If you're a great friend, you can't keep it 100. You feel what I'm saying? Because if they share some information with you and they say, you know, I'm only sharing this with you because you're my friend. I ain't talked to my mama. I ain't talked to my daddy. I ain't talked to nobody. I ain't even told my kids. And now you go and say, hey, y'all, guess what? Guess what she told me? She told me this. You go to the mama, you go to the daddy, and you go to the kids. Now guess what? She going to be mad. She going to be salty. I thought I told you I ain't shared this with nobody. I just shared it with you. Well, you know me. I keep it 100. I'll keep it 100. No, you don't. No, you don't. Or you're a horrible person and you're not a friend. You're not a friend. I can't let something that somebody let me know in private, you know, and they was just disclosing it. They were sharing it with me. Homer, I was thinking about taking my life. They don't want me to go on the air and say, hey, you know, guess who called me today and was saying that they was thinking about killing themselves. Damn. You feel what I'm saying? Like, stop it. I know what you want to do. You feel what I'm saying? I know what you want to do, but let's keep it real to the next level. You feel what I'm saying? We just got to keep it real and don't play with it. Don't play with it. Got to get ready. Let's see. Didi kindly said, oh, don't y'all forget to hit that like button. Yeah, like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Of course, we definitely appreciate that. We appreciate that. And it is what it is. I got to get ready to take care of some bills. You know how that goes. Again, call in. I'm still waiting on somebody to try to challenge me. All right. No, I don't put on no representative. I'm not a Decepticon. Challenge me. 833-212-1017. Stream us live on Twitter and YouTube at 1017 The Truth. We'll have more conversation on the other side. This is Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris. I am the legendary Homer Blow, holding it down on 1017 The Truth.
Bye, Felicia. More of Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris is next on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Truth Nation, it's your boy Tori Lowe, and I need to let you know the award-winning Tori Lowe Show can now be streamed live on YouTube every day from 1 to 4. I am now bringing all the smoke on YouTube every single weekday. I need you to go to YouTube right now and subscribe to 1017 The Truth and check out the award-winning Tori Lowe Show live every afternoon. Milwaukee Black Talk is now streaming live on YouTube. Now that's powerful.
Donald Trump is out of control, stopping payments for healthcare and food for hungry kids, eliminating the Department of Education, and letting unelected billionaire Elon Musk fire anyone he wants and get access to your most private information. We need a Supreme Court justice who will keep them in check before they go too far. That's Judge Susan Crawford.
I'm Judge Susan Crawford. As a former prosecutor and now as a judge, I believe in protecting you, your family, and your right to privacy, and that women have the right to make their own decisions about their health care. Because to me, that's just common sense.
Donald Trump and Elon Musk are both backing Brad Schimmel. He'll do whatever they want. That's why we need Judge Susan Crawford, the common sense judge who will keep them in check. Judge Susan Crawford for Supreme Court. Paid for by Susan Crawford for Wisconsin. Crawford for WI.com.
Ready to buy your first house, move into your forever home, or simply refinance? At Associated Bank, they've got you. With the right lending plan and guidance, you can achieve your dreams. Your financial goals are closer than you think, and Associated Bank is excited to help you reach them. Learn more at associatedbank.com/lending or ask a banker for details. Subject to credit approval, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
American Family Insurance is a lot like Captain America. He protects the world.
It's just doing my job.
And we help protect your dreams with amazing auto and home coverage. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com. And see Marvel Studios' Captain America: Brave New World.
Suit up. We need to move.
In theaters February 14th. This film is not yet rated.
Products not available in every state. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Sharon needed legal help. She needed Gruber Law Offices.
When I think about Gruber Law Office, I think about how they took care of me, how they make sure that you get what you're supposed to get. Gruber Law Office. One call, that's all. I will always trust one call, that's all.
Injured? Call Gruber Law Offices today. One call, that's all.
They are the best. I'm very happy.
More of Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris is next on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Come on. Did you violate it?
I'm about to flow. Gonna learn today. You gonna learn today. If you don't want to be in a child's life, you can't force them. Don't try to fight. Don't break your child's heart, because this brother, he ain't right. It's okay. You made a mistake. Do what you do. Have a nice day. Okay, I'm reloaded. Okay, I'm sorry. Brother Z. This is Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on the 1017 The Truth, live from the American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue in the heart of downtown Milwaukee. I am the legendary Home Blow, in for Dr. Ken, who is on assignment, and I'll be black tomorrow as well. So hashtag that part, hashtag facts, hashtag you gonna learn today. So for the callers that didn't want to try to challenge me, and I welcome a challenge. I welcome a challenge, but I guess some of y'all thought about it, be like, you know what? Home Blow. He really kind of smart. I know it's something that he gonna say that I'm gonna have to be like, you know what? You right. I ain't got to always be right, but I'm just saying when it is, you got to look at that and be like, wow. Let's see. Dee Dee County said, OMG, what it do to not really a city girl. So yes, it's a very good show. Peace, family. Hi, hashtag that part, hashtag facts. We gonna learn today. As he said, you got bars, Homer. Thank you. Don't look for no album coming soon. Don't look for no EP. I'm not gonna be streaming. The only streaming you're gonna get is here on YouTube 1017 or on the Truth 1017 on Twitter. You feel what I'm saying? So this is where you got me. You feel what I'm saying? You got me here, and that's it. Be like, dropping today. Offline tomorrow. so hashtag that part, hashtag facts. Again, but let me just say, when I tell you that, again, we have representatives, and even if you want to feel like, nope, not me, I'm too real, I keep it real all the time, that's just how I am, I don't know about these other people, I can't speak for them, and this, that, and the other. Ladies, if you are leaving the house, will you truly go in there, take a bath, or take a shower, and leave the house without making sure that your hair is done? Without making sure that you looked in the mirror and everything is 100? Do you look at the outfit that you chose for that day and change your mind 5 times and be like, you know what? I was going to wear this, but now I'm going to wear this. Yeah, that's your representative. Because you ain't going to just walk out the house without making sure that your hair is right. You're not going to walk out the house without making sure that your face is right, your body is clean. You ain't going to just do that. You ain't going to, your clothes got to be right. If you find a spot or a stain, be like, I didn't even see this when I was putting this on. I'm glad I caught this. I got to change. Because if a man was to say, I want to take you out on a date, if the man was saying that he wants to take you to see opera or whatever it might be, some type of entertainment, a Broadway production, whatever the case may be, he'd be like, soon as I get ready. Yeah, that's your representative. Because if you were going to do it, he would know that you got morning breath. He would know what your hair looked like before you end up putting your helmet on. He would know all that. He would know all that. I'm just saying. That part. So we got to get right. We got to make sure that we good. We got to make sure that we good. You feel what I'm saying? And that's just real talk. Let me go to Coley on the line again. Coley from Milwaukee, welcome to Truth with Dr. Ken Harris in the afternoon. You are on the line, man. What's your comments?
Thank you so much.
Hey.
Let's chop it up, my brother.
Yes, sir.
Chop it up.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I got another new idea, and what I want from every politician is a new idea. What do you think it is? How about we change some of the child labor laws? Let's allow some of the children who don't want to be in school, don't want to do that. They maybe want to get out here and work. And then we see Mr. Donald Trump is evacuating, the Latino community. So there may be job openings. What do you think of that? What do you think of maybe changing the child labor laws where...
Hold on, Coley. Was that a little racial jab right there?
Yeah, a little.
Okay.
I've hired a lot of them, but they ain't never hired me.
Hang on. The views and
I'm
opinions.
just saying. Let's talk.
I get it. Hang on. The views and opinions expressed on this show is of Coley and doesn't necessarily represent. Hang on 1 second. And does not necessarily represent that of the Truth Nation and Good Karma brand. I'm just saying. Okay, but now go ahead as you were. I just wanted to give you a personal live disclaimer. That's all. Go ahead.
Okay. Brother, like I said, the reason I don't like the Ninja Turtle, there's nothing new. There's nothing coming from him.
Mm-hmm.
This brother's waiting on that ball where he can put on his little ninja, his little turtle shell, and show up downtown again. Remember what I told you? Barrett 2.0, and he has no ideas for the inner city. How about, okay, here's another thing. Did you see there was a proposition to
freeze credit card interest rates.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that would help black people?
Man, credit, man. You talk.
I mean, let's get all of that. You know what I want from my politicians? I want new ideas. How about this? How about let half these houses go? All these city-owned houses, let half go. Even if the person that buys it F's it up, you get the house back plus what they did to it.
But Coley, why won't you just get somebody that you know that those are their viewpoints, that's what they would do, and get them elected? Why won't you just do that? Because we can, and I'm saying this. Hang on, Coley. I'm saying this because you keep talking about the things that they're not doing. We can either talk about it or we can do something about it. And right now, Coley, all I keep hearing you doing is talking about what somebody else ain't doing. So that's just like with this situation with the Look Who's Six. Again,
if I could run, I would.
Hang on.
If I could run, I
didn't
would.
say. Oh, Coley, did you pay attention? Listen, I didn't say you. I said, why don't you get somebody that has your viewpoints and your vested interests at heart and have them and support them?
It always starts at the ground level. Saying it is part of starting it. You gotta say it. You gotta put out ideas.
But you gotta say it to the person that you know that's out there that can run.
If somebody agrees with you, maybe I can entertain the idea of putting these ideas even more forth.
Okay, but you're saying
first.
maybe. You saying maybe. That's not gonna help us, bruh. The maybes ain't gonna help us.
On the show you hosting, I'm doing that.
No. What I'm saying is, again, you're saying it on the show that I'm hosting right now for Dr. Ken, who's on assignment. What I'm saying is, you need to be having these deep conversations, Coley, with the people that you saying can do what the hell you need them to do. And instead of just doing this, but I thank you because I got to get ready to wrap this up. But I'm just saying we can't keep talking about it and not doing it. We can sit here and call people names all we want. That ain't going to change a damn thing, in my opinion. That's not going to change it. Action. We need action. And for you to say that, okay, well, this is what I think, why aren't you saying that to the person that you're going to put into the hat and get the community behind and say, you know what, I've got somebody? Because talking about what you want done and what you need done, but having no black up for it, it's empty. It is empty. And I love you and I appreciate you. But we got to have action. We got to have plans. We have to implement those plans. And it don't start just now. This is going to be a long process. But if we just going to keep talking about it because it sound good, if it sound good, yeah, that ain't how it's going to work. That's not how any of this works. And you're going to learn today. So, again, shout out to everybody that brought their daughters to the daddy-daughter dance. It was amazing. We were at the new Barrett Center ballroom. Those princesses and the fathers, y'all look so amazing. So amazing. Let's keep it up. 20 years I've been a part of it, and we got more years to come. And listen, shout out to Too Real. His birthday is today. I'll be coming up there to celebrate at Mr. B's with him. He got BG from Cash Money that will be performing live. I'll see you later tonight. Core DJ Kev, all my Core DJ family. If nobody has told you that they love you today, I want to let you know that I love you, and I want you to please have a safe and nonviolent remainder of the afternoon, evening, night, early morning, and hopefully the things we got to talk about in the near future won't have to be within our minute degrees of separation. Love you, babes. Talk to my agent. I'm out of here for now. Peace.